your time. Today is your time to speak, share, and shine. So together, let's build confidence and make your voice heard. All right? Okay. So when you speak with confidence, then definitely you know what you want to say. All right? Okay. So here, I would like to tell you something about this. Um, let's get to know each other. Okay. So why is public speaking important? Can I hear a word from the attendees right now? Would you like to say why is public speaking important? Or do you have any idea why? Okay. All right. I'd like to answer that because I was the one who answered. I was the one who questioned. Okay. All right. Because of public speaking. Okay. Well, basically, what is public speaking? In other words, okay, public speaking is you want to share something that you want to talk. You want to share what's on your mind. You want to convince people. Okay. You want to advertise. You want to present in public what's on your mind. Okay. But even though you want to share what's on your mind, sometimes there are fears. We're not so comfortable talking in front of the public. Are we? Or do we have fears in talking in front of the public? Okay. I will crack the differences or the fears that I am referring to. Why is there fear of public speaking? Okay. Why? Because you feel nervous. You feel nervous talking in front of everyone. All right? Because you're not comfortable talking. You're just there to probably listen. And I hope everyone is listening. All right? And another thing, we have limited English vocabulary. Right. Um, so there's a difficulty in finding the right words to say. So we should use simple words instead of more precise vocabulary because one word can, mean a lot of things. Okay? And here comes another thing. We have pronunciation difficulties. I know that Nepal, your English is more on the British side, right? Like why? And on my case, my English is more on the American side. But the thing here is fear of pronouncing English words. Well, there are differences between local accents and international English. Okay. So we have that fear. Oh my goodness, what am I supposed to say? I don't know. I'm afraid to talk. Okay. So another one is we lack confidence. Why? Because I am doubting of my speaking ability, right? I have to compare myself with others, or you want to compare to yourself to one perfect person who really knows how to speak. So for you, they are the best, but it's not. Okay, no one is the best here. Okay, and here comes the thing that I can say: we have sweaty hands. You know, I mean, when we are in front of the public, it's just like you just there and stood up there, and you don't know what to say. And of course, here the fast heartbeat. Okay, shaky voice. And the best thing here is you forget what to say in front. So these are the challenges of public speaking. We really don't know what to say in front. Again, aside from that, reading instead of speaking, we have to read um, notes or slides, or we should not lose eye contact with the audience. So when you talk, you should see if the audience are listening to you. If they probably would yawn or sleeping while you're talking, that's an insult to the speaker. So no one should sleep or, I mean, will not listen to what am I talking about. All right. Another thing here is there are ideas that the presented are isn't not in a logical order, or there's no clear introduction, the body, and the conclusion, because that is very important in speaking. All right. And of course, when you speak in public, you should speak not too soft, okay? But you should get the attention of the audience, all right? Also, even though if I keep on talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, and the time would exceed my speaking limit, that's not allowed because I should be guarded by the time, okay? Because when you talk to the public, of course, you should know what you're going to say. You should know what you're going to talk about. All right? Okay. Another thing, aside from that, I'd like to say that um so when you are publicly speaking in front, okay, you should stand confidently and clearly in front of others. All right? Okay, so there's a sample outline when you talk in front of the public. How it is. Like, for example, we talk about education, right? What is education? Now, here, when we talk about education, we can say that why is education important? Okay, so, well, I'd like to tell you that because of education, it builds knowledge and skills. Okay, it helps us understand the world. It helps us develop critical thinking and problem solving skills. Aside from that, it improves communication and decision making. Okay? Another is it creates better career opportunities. Why? How? It opens doors to higher paying jobs. Okay? Then it increases employability. A lot of companies will hire you because you are educated or you graduate in a good school. Okay? Another thing is the third one is it reduces poverty. That's very important. Right now,
Ma'am, you can see, ma'am, excuse me, you can share your screen.
I'll share my screen. How,
Yeah,
sir?
no, you can share your screen, I mean, if you want to share.
No, no, it's okay. Uh,
Yeah, it's okay. Continue, please.
okay. I'm sorry, sir. Okay. Because of education, it reduces poverty, right? Why? Why does it reduces poverty? Right now, the world is suffering economically. So everyone needs to be educated or learn how. So if we are educated, we have stable income. Okay, it improves quality of life for individuals and families. Another is it develops confidence and leadership. How? Because it encourages people public speaking and teamwork. Okay? It prepares individuals to become responsible leaders. Okay, I'd like to ask you there in the crowd who wants to, my goodness, we're already 82, sir, minus 2, minus the two of us, 80 participants. Um, who wants to be the leader of Nepal? Tell me. Anyone? Please raise your hand. I don't know. Okay. And Another thing is it improves health and well-being of a person. How? Educates people about nutrition, hygiene, health lifestyles. Okay? It supports mental and emotional well-being. And that is very important. Okay? Also, it strengthens communities. How? Because it produces informed and responsible citizens. Okay? It promotes peace, cooperation, and national development. So, who wants war here? Anyone? I don't think everyone would like war. Or has anyone been into war? Because right now, I don't know if you know, and I know you know, the existing war in the Arab world where Iran and the United States, they really affect our economy here in the Philippines. I don't know in Nepal if the war in Iran, and I can say that it's in Iran and United States. Because why? Because here in the Philippines, when there was a war or when there is an existing war, okay, Iran, I mean, shut down Hormuz, okay, and definitely the prices of oil shoot up, okay. When the prices of oil shoot up, everything goes with it. So prices of oil shoot up, all the goods, prices of goods, especially, so prices of everything rise up. And because of education, it connects people across cultures, probably in Nepal or in other countries. Okay. It
Yes,
improves,
one.
hello, hi. It improves English communication skills. Okay. So it prepares learners for international education and employment. Okay. All right, sir. I for a while, sir.
Ma'am, yes, you are host. You can share your screen so that our participant can see.
Okay, I don't know how to share it, sir, because I sent
Oh,
it on your messenger, sir. I don't know
oh,
how to share
oh,
it.
okay, okay. Please continue. I will share otherwise.
Okay,
Otherwise, I
all
will
right.
share. Thank you. Please
Okay, sir.
continue.
Thank you. All right, sir. Okay. So, all right. So, because of that, that's the importance of education. Okay. We're not yet done. Please hold on. We're not yet done. There are a lot of things that I'm going to discuss with you. All right. Okay. So, aside from that, okay. So, that is only about education. That is the importance of education. Okay. All right. So, here, now I'd like to ask you, who are my audience here? Tell me. What are my audience thinking about? What do you need? Or what do you already know? Or how can I help you? All right, so and this thing, okay, I'd like you to tell you something. Um, because audience matters. Why? Because, for example, I'm talking to the Nepali audience. Okay, so here I should use simple English every day. So I will avoid slang, idioms, or complicated expressions. or I should definitely speak slowly and pronounce words clearly. Hello, sir. Okay.
Hello.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Okay. So how? Of course, I should respect Nepali culture. Um, Namaste. Uh, I should be polite and humble. But respect for teachers, elders, and community leaders, it's very important. Okay. Another is I should avoid jokes that may offend religion, ethnicity, or local traditions. All right. Now, there are some examples, like for example, in the audience, we can talk about the Himalayan mountains. Okay, that's in Nepal, or the Kathmandu traffic, because you live there, or the community gatherings, local businesses, family traditions. Okay. Another is some Nepali learners um will maybe shy about speaking English. Please don't. All right. Um, or probably I can just they just try have to ask easy questions or give time to think before answering, praising effort instead of perfection. All right. Sir, I'm not using that, sir. I'm using the other one.
Okay, I'll come. I'll
Okay,
come.
all right.
Don't. Sure. Which one?
And the other one,
I
sir, I'm using the um
is it?
public speaking for ESL learners in Nepal.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, the other slide, I'm using the other slide for public speaking for ESL learners, sir. The other one, I think the one that I sent to you.
Yeah, okay,
um
okay, okay, okay. I'll share. I'll share. Please, ma'am, continue.
okay, sir. Thank you. All right. Okay. So I should know the audience, all right? So here, because of that, um now I should watch the audience, okay? Oh my god, I should look for the signs that people are they smiling or nodding, that they understand, or looking confused. So I have to explain again using simpler words, or one sad thing is losing attention. So I just have to tell a short story or ask a question. Okay. Another is now adapt to a speaking style, like I should pause for important points or repeat key ideas and use gestures or visuals to support understanding. I have to know whether they understand. Okay. So here we can say that, so what topics do Nepali audience enjoy hearing about their speech? During a speech, they enjoy during a speech. Definitely education, family, personal success stories, or yes, sir, thank you. Community service, health and well-being. We can discuss also tourism and Himalayas, festivals and culture. All right. Okay, sir. So let's go to slide 13. Okay, so for the slide 13, what I can say is we should have the opening, body, and closing, right? Like for example, I can say, good morning, everyone, or good evening, everyone. So first, I am Lisabel Tabacero Valentini, and I will be discussing with you importance of public speaking for ESL learners in Nepal. Okay, so these should be the guidelines. There should be an opening, the body, and the closing. So I have to ask, do you have any questions? Because I have to know if you understand or not. What am I talking about? Okay? And aside from that, there are my final reminders. I should come here, be prepared. Also, you, my audience, should be prepared and listening to what am I talking about. I should be confident. For sure, I should be confident. I should be myself. And for and you, my audience, your voice matters really. I hope that in this span of time, I know it seems to be fast, but I hope you understand what I'm talking about. But how? We should keep practicing. We should keep growing. We should keep inspiring one another. Okay? So here, let's speak, let's lead, let's make an impact. Namaste. Thank you. I think that would be all, sir. I would like to ask just if there's any question
Okay, if
for
you have any more question, please you can interact with her, or you can use Zoom chat for using question. And
right.
in this first, she talked about, of course, some of you joined late as well. I came to know that she has clearly highlighted the public speaking for ESL learners in the context to Nepal. What we should know to be a public speakers, what we should know. She has clearly presented that one. Thank you, ma'am, for your very insightful presentation. So if you
Yes,
have any more question, please, you can put forward your question. If not, we
yes.
will move to next.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So do you have any more question?
Sir,
No, sir, no.
Okay, thank you. So anyone, please, you can use Zoom chat, please, whether you have or not. Those all the slides which she has used here now, I will share with this one. So I will share with you all. Yeah, thank you. I have got the no question at all. Now, ma'am, shall I share you the next tips and tricks for technique
Public
for
speaking.
public speaking? The next slide.
Sure, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will share now. Our voice and this slide will go together. So I would like to request all of you, please, to pay attention. Okay, ma'am, this is the new one. Ma'am, please proceed now.
Okay. All right. I'm going to discuss with you the tips, tricks, and techniques in public speaking in ESL. Okay. So, all right, here on ESL, what are the tips and tricks and techniques? Okay. First is preparation is the key. So, how do we prepare? Tell me. We have to organize the thoughts. Okay. We have to outline. Okay. We have to rehearse aloud multiple times, not only once, because you're talking in public. Okay. Then you should anticipate or expect questions from the audience because you're talking. Definitely, there are some audience who would have difficulty in understanding, probably the speaker speaks so fast, and that is very hard. That the speaker is a fast speaker that doesn't mind the audience. I should be careful, even though I would like to talk. I should be careful enough when I speak. Okay. Another is I should have confidence. Why? You should breathe deeply, relax, then focus on the message. Not everyone is perfect, I tell you. Not even Americans are grammatically correct, but they feel confident when they speak. Okay? So we should use positive affirmations when we talk to people. All right? Another is we have enhanced delivery. How? We should vary your pitch or the tone of your voice. Okay? Or you should pause for emphasis of the things you're talking about. Or this is another thing. You should maintain eye contact with the people you talk with. All right? So you know who's sleeping or not listening to you. Okay. All right. Another is you should connect with your audience. How? Okay. You engage your listeners, like try to tell stories or body language cues. If they listen, if they nod, oh, probably, all right, you're right. I understand. Or probably some would, no, no, just, they're trying to move their head or they don't believe what they're talking about. That could be another thing. Okay. So, okay. Another is this one. There should be the master of the specifics. What? Practice pronunciation and clarity. Okay. Now we have to learn common idioms or phrases. So we get feedback and we try to improve. Okay. If someone would tell you, no, I think what you're telling me is not right. That's a good thing because you get a reaction from the audience. Okay. Another thing we have here, tips and tricks and techniques in public speaking for ESL learners. How? Helping Nepalese speakers gain confidence in English. Sir, I would like to hear from anyone, okay? Because I keep on talking and I would like to know if they understand. So,
Yeah, surely. Surely they're
mm-mm.
getting. Sure, no problem.
Okay. Thank you, sir. All right. Okay. Now, okay, sir. Then here on the next slide, okay. Here, helping Nepali speakers gain confidence in English. Okay. How? We have the preparation is the key. Okay, you have to organize the thoughts, you outline everything. Again, rehearse. Continue on rehearsing. Okay? Then another is you speak with confidence. You're confident. How can I think English instead of translating my native language? Can I answer that right now? How can I think of English instead of translating from my native language? Um, you can understand English because I think because of what you have read or from the body language of the one who's talking to you. I think that is the best thing, one of the best thing, because you will know or you can tell the person if the person is happy or if the person is sad or anxious or worried. You can know that from the face of the one talking. Okay, did I answer you? Have I answered you, sir? Who the one who asked me the question? Pradeep Bastola. Okay, I think based on the body language of the one talking, you can detect that if instead of using the native language or translating the native language to English, you can know if the person is angry, sad, or probably not in focus. That is the thing that you can say. I think that can detect what if the person is telling you the correct manner, or not the if the person is not telling you in a correct way the things that has been happening. I think that's my point of view. Okay. All right. Okay. So, and the third one is we have to enhance the delivery. Again, for the speech, how are you going to tell the person? Okay. You should again maintain eye contact. If anyone is already sleeping, come on. You have to call the name of the person to check whether the person is listening to you or not. Okay. And of course, there should be the body language cues here. The body language cues could probably, if the person keep on yawning or looking around or standing, then the person is not interested because probably the speaker is not good in convincing the people or what she's trying to relay. Okay? Okay. Accent and okay, let me answer. Should answer it first, sir, or let me finish? Okay. Ma'am, what's the difference between
First you finish, ma'am. Those are question I will collect, no worry, and I will forward your question at the end.
Okay. All
Please
right.
continue now.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to master the specifics. Again, practice pronunciation and clarity. Yes, I know that okay. There are two different, there are two English, it's the British and American English, okay? And as what I was telling you, whether you're British or American English, the thing is, how can you convince people when you talk? How can you advertise? How can you make people buy something if you are not saying it properly, or probably what you are promoting is not the one that will probably make your skin look good, or probably will not make you be a taller person. This is trying to purchase something. You should know what you're talking about if you want to be an educated person. Then what you're talking about is you're gonna tell about the book, or this book is something that I am using. Okay, something like that. All right. So why public speaking matters? Why? Because it builds confidence in English communication. How? In school, colleges, or personal life, or probably around you. Okay? We should not say that only in school, but in your vicinity. Because when you talk to someone about something, it's like public speaking. If you're talking to another person, okay, it means that you are talking about life. Okay, so it doesn't have to be school, college, or professional life, but when you talk with a crowd or someone, it is speaking that matters. Okay, so it should improve fluency, again, pronunciation, and vocabulary. And vocabulary matters too, a lot, I tell. When you know a lot of vocabulary, you can say a lot of things. You can mention different things in life because you are a well-read person. Okay. Now here, challenges many faces while speaking English, of course. We have fear of making mistakes. Most of us, I think, when we talk in public because we are not sure what we're talking about, well, there could be the feeling of, my goodness, I'm afraid that I'm gonna make a mistake, or probably you have limited vocabulary. That's a downfall too. And if you have difficulty in pronunciation of things, That's a downside. Okay? And if you are not comfortable in front of the audience, so another, you'll not feel good. And if you think in Nepali instead of English, so how can you be a good English speaking person, even though if you are in Nepal, if you are thinking in Nepali instead of thinking the English language?
Yeah, last time the question was the Pradeep Bastala asks, how can I think in English instead of translating from Nepali native language? This is the same question that he was asking. Please, you
Yes,
can
yes.
elaborate little bit if you want.
Okay, yes, sir. Like, for example, if you're not comfortable speaking in the English language, use body language when you talk. Okay? You can, even though if your stomach is in pain, okay, you can say, okay, you just use actions just to tell people that you're not feeling good. All right. Also, here, practice makes perfect. Okay. Sir, there's another question. I have to focus first on speaking. All right, sir? Okay. Have I answered the question already, thinking in Nepali instead of English?
Oh, yeah, please.
Okay, sir. All right. Proceed, sir, to the next slide. Okay. Another thing is, so,
Just wait a minute.
okay.
Ma'am, now unmute and speak because some of the Yeah, ma'am, unmute and you can proceed now. Yeah,
Okay,
please.
all right, sir. Sorry. Okay.
Okay, I'll share your screen now again. Okay.
Okay, so practice makes perfect. How? Okay. You speak English daily with your friends or family. I am not only talking with Nepali right now, okay? I would just like to share with I am also an ESL teacher. I teach Arabs, I teach Mongolians, I teach Koreans, I teach Japanese, I teach Chinese, I teach Taiwanese also. I have Russian. I have different countries. I mean, I have different students from different countries. What I'm telling them is you speak or you think in English rather than your own language so that when you talk to me, you will not have difficulty in speaking the English language. Okay? That's what I'm talking to them. That's what I'm telling them. Okay. Another thing is you have to record yourself and listen to improve. Well, I don't know if you practice this, but I have to record. I mean, I ask my students, do you record yourself or do you listen to yourself when you speak in English? Something like that. For them to be able to be comfortable speaking using the English language. Okay, so why are we already here? Okay, speak English daily with friends and family. Okay, sir, please go on to the next slide. Yes. So we have to practice common phrases for greetings, introductions, and presentations in English. Okay, because what I'm talking here is in English language. All right. Okay, next slide, sir, please. Okay. So speak English daily with family and friends. Okay, so that it will build your confidence. Then you have to practice conversation and share stories in English, not in your own language. All right. Then you have to record yourself whether is that the way I speak? Then I have to correct the proper way of speaking. So I can identify whether this is the weak point or I'm strong here. So you have to balance everything. Okay? Now, we have to practice common phrases for greetings, introductions, presentations, Now you're gonna have the perfect pronunciation. Okay? Then master tone and flow. Then you will be confident in the delivery because of that. Okay? And what else? It fuels, it builds confidence, share stories. It's really, really very good when you speak or when you think of English. If you are in the English uh, ESL teaching, you have to think in the English language. Okay, you have to have the structured daily conversations, daily speech drill, or probably you're gonna have um, master of pronunciation and clarity. Then you're gonna seek gentle feedback and improve. That's very important. Okay, that's very important. Okay, sir. Next slide, sir, please. Okay, so here, let's start small. So we begin with short speeches or sentences. Okay, how? Okay, so gradually, um, we can increase length and complexity probably, or use familiar topics like family, hobbies, or daily life. That's very important. Okay, sir, can next slide, please, sir. Okay. All right, so we're here. So we begin with short speeches or sentences. How? Okay. You say hi, hello, I'm a student, or probably gonna say, I know that you're a student because you speak the English language, okay? And you're gonna have gradually increased length of your thinking, okay? Because there are supporting details or complex sentence work. Okay, how? Because it's very important. We also have the practice common phrases for greetings, introduction, presentation. You start small. Focus on the basics, then the fundamentals. All right? Okay. So, okay. Now, focus on pronunciation. Listen to native speakers. Like we can hear from YouTube, podcast. Please make clear sound. I isn't my sound not clear?
Yeah, it's quite partially audible, please.
Okay, sir. Yes. All right. Okay. Um,
So are you using some hearsay or something like that?
I'm using a Zoom, sir. I'm sorry. What do you mean?
It's not clearly audible now. It's partially audible.
Okay. Because sir, probably of the internet, it's not
So I think
stable.
you're using double device, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you please mute one device so that echo sound also won't be here?
If I will mute the phone,
Yeah, you're using laptop, right?
I'm using a tablet, sir.
Uh, it's okay now. Could you please speak now?
I am using a tablet in the presentation.
Oh. Mm, but previously it was fine, but after a few seconds that is echoing. The sound is echoing quite.
Okay, sir. Can you
You
hear
can
me
use
well?
just one device.
I've been using I think.
Please continue. Try your best. I can see it.
All right, sir. Okay. Okay, sir. All right. So please focus on pronunciation.
It's
Okay.
perfect now.
Okay, sir. Thank you. All right. Listen to native speakers, YouTube or podcasts or movies. Okay. Excuse me, sir. I just have to answer some. I just have to answer. So repeat words and sentences aloud. Then learn common English sounds that are different from Nepali. Okay. All right. So here's the picture. All right. How? Hi, sir. Okay. So listen to the native speakers. Okay. YouTube or podcast. We can also repeat words and sentences aloud. We have to practice out aloud. Shadow native speakers or build muscle memory. Okay. Now, we also have this learn common English sounds different from Nepali. Sir, I cannot read the Nepali sounds here because this is your language. I don't know how you, I don't know how
It's
you,
a, so let me read it out. It's
all right,
a,
sir. Uh,
sa,
uh-huh,
ga, cha, gha.
okay. And for the English sound, it's huh, her, and
Yeah.
long, like that. Okay. All right. Okay. So we have to first we have to think. Okay. All right. Then like heat. So I'm going to the park. Okay. So because we are using the English language here, we should use those kind of words. All right. Now use the simple vocabulary. Don't try to use complex words unnecessarily. Okay, so use words you are comfortable with. Then gradually add new words into your speech. Okay? All right. Okay. All right. So here we have your learn natural speech from native, as I've discussed, podcast, YouTube, okay? Listen for natural usage, okay? Or imitate everyday conversation. We can also have gradually add new words into the speech so you communicate clearly. Okay, why? Because you grow your vocabulary, and that is very important. All right, so we can track the progress, build a personal glossary. You find new words and the meaning, and practice adding one new word daily. Okay, so here, sir, please go back to the previous slide. Okay, so don't try to use complex words unnecessary. Keep it simple and clear. Okay, communicate, don't just impress. Okay, focus on the message, not just the words. Okay, so use words you are comfortable with, build a strong foundation, speak with confidence, and increase fluency naturally. Okay, thank you, sir. For the next slide, please. Okay, now here we have your body language and eye contact. Oh, maintain eye contact with the audience. Use gestures to emphasize points. Stand confidently. Smile to create rapport. Okay? Because you're confident when you talk. All right. So here, or okay. You have to maintain eye contact with the audience. Okay? All right. So you focus on different sections, not just reading notes. Okay? And also use gestures to emphasize points. Complement your speech, or probably you can create a visual impact or avoid repetitive motions when you talk. Again, stand confidently. All right, here. Posture is power. Plant your feet, project presence when you talk. Okay, as if, before I can recall when I was young, when I was in college, I was part of the debating team. Upon my entrance in the hall, there's a lot of crowd listening or watching. Even my presence, because it was a debate, I know that I will win. I don't know why, but you just have that confidence that you will win the debate or I will win the debate because I can feel it within me. All right. Thank you. Okay. So here we have to communicate clearly. All right. So building fluency one step at a time. Okay. Next slide, sir. Thank you. Thanks, sorry. Okay. So tip number 6, organize your ideas. The structure speech, you have to have introduction, the main points, and conclusion. You should use bullet points or notes if needed. Okay. Then you should know the practice transitions between the points, how to um, synchronize together what you want to do at the end. All right. Next slide, sir, please. Okay. So you prepare and organize your content. How? You brainstorm main ideas, focusing your supporting details. Then structure the final draft. Okay? Now, in the mastery of questions, okay, you build dialogue, assess understanding, and stimulate critical thinking. That's very important. Mhm. Then, what is this practice smooth transition? Okay, what will follow next, and the next, and the next. Okay, so here we have to outline the speech, check the outline structure, then build confidence through the practice, and definitely you will win. Okay, in conclusion, you restate your main points, leave strong final thought, and inspire a next step, or probably here she or he would should win in that case. Next slide, sirs, please. Okay. Now here, we should manage our anxiety or worriedness when we are in front of the public. How? Take deep breath before speaking. And also receive positive self-talk. I can do this, definitely. Because I believe in myself that I can. Then you start with familiar audience before big audiences. All right? Okay. Hey, here. Now, what we're going to say is take deep breath. How? Before speaking. Whew. Okay, I should calm my nerves now. Okay, centered postures or more voice control. Then I can do this. That should be on the mindset of everyone. Okay, no self-doubt. Okay, but you have to practice, practice, practice. Okay, all right. Then you should have a building up of vocabulary. This is very important when you talk in the public. Okay. Also, start with familiar audiences and big audiences. And I can do this time. All right. Okay. All right, sir. Can you please go to the next slide? Engage the audience. You ask questions. Use stories or examples. Or definitely here, this is the most important. Encourage participation. Next slide, sir, please. Okay, so that's the end of the story. I think this is the question and answer. All right, sir. I think I am ready, sir, for the questions. And here is also Sir Rajev Panda to help me answer the question that I cannot
Sure,
answer.
sure,
All
sure.
right, thank you, sir. All right.
First, let us complete and we will be discussing with the participant.
All right, sir. Okay, sure.
Can you please unmute? You are muted. You are muted, ma'am. You are muted. Can you please unmute?
All right, sir. Here.
Yeah, it's
Um,
okay now. Please
okay,
continue.
sir. All right. So here, record your. Am I supposed to answer the questions now, sir?
No, let us complete, ma'am, these tips and all your slides. Let us complete and we will be discussing participants' question.
All right. Record your speeches and review. Okay. Okay. We should record the speeches and review if there is some mistakes, so we can finalize. We can finalize everything. All right. Okay. Now we have to ask friends or teachers for constructive feedback, because the feedback helps us to be a better person. They're not saying, "Oh, that's not wrong. That's not correct." Okay, that is a very rude thing to tell everyone. It's not correct to say those things. All right, because receiving feedback is very important. Okay, so here, so we should record the speeches. Okay, and review. Aside from that, we should also focus on, okay, okay. So ask friends or teachers for constructive feedback, give friendly input. Okay. Aside from that, you focus on improving one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Okay. So that this can give us gradual confidence. Most importantly, we have here fluency, pronunciation, perfect simple phrases, master vowel sounds, build gradual confidence. Okay? Aside from that, we have give constructive input, ask good questions, listen and mimic. Copy, I mean. Then the progress tracker, your feedback journey should be, sure, it will go up. Okay? We should record speeches daily, build confidence through feedback, track progress. That is very important. We should know whether the progress is going down or going up. Going up or going down. Because it can detect whether we're improving or not. Okay? Because mistakes are part of learning. Mistakes are part of learning and we should accept. Speak about topics you enjoy. Celebrate small improvements. And that is very good. Okay? Okay, speak topics about you enjoy. Probably daily life. The things around your country. Your traffic and all, right? We have that. And good conversation with friends. That's very good. And also, mistakes are part of learning. So, mistakes are opportunities for us to be a better speaker in the future. So we speak my favorite stories, celebrate today's world, learn from errors. Not everyone is perfect. Okay? So we can know if the journey is going up. And that's very good. Okay. Learn from YouTube channels for English speaking practice like Duolingo, Hello Talk, or podcasts and audiobooks for listening practice. These are the recommended resources. So I think that would be all, sir, for today. I don't know if is there anything else that I can add?
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. So thank you so much for insightful presentation. Your presentation was really informative and engaging too, and I appreciate your time, your dedication, devotion towards this one. So of course, dear participant, as you can see, public speaking is a skill that anyone can improve. Just a second. And Nepali learners can become the fluent and confident language speaker. And as is here, and these all the materials that you will get. And if you have any more question, I will so allow you to speak right now. I'll stop the